Ezekiel, come on. It's right there. Okay, hello, good morning, all. I want to believe that we are all live, and just to welcome all of you to this orientation program, and to also say a very big congratulations, because I know that all those who are here are those who have been issued with their admission letters. And I want to say big congratulations to all of you. It is our joy and pleasure to have you as part of the Cohort 2 Scale Up Emo program. I'm happy to be with you today to open this orientation program. I will do the intro, and my team members will now take you in all the areas that we would want you to be acquainted with. Like you know, the Skill Up Emo program is the brainchild of His Excellency Distinguished Senator Hope Uzodinma, whose vision is to empower and equip Imo youth with fourth industrial revolution digital skills, employability skills that will make you to be a key player in the emerging digital economy. We were able to carry out the Cohort 1 program successfully, and we pride ourselves with the success we recorded in that Cohort 1. A lot of our graduates are already doing very well within the tech space. Some of them have launched their own startup. Some of them are already getting high-paying jobs, and all thanks to our digital governor, distinguished Senator Hope Uzodinma. And in continuation of this program, we are launching the Skill Up Imo project Cohort 2, which most of you have already been admitted into this program. So I know you've registered, and some of you have been onboarded. You have chosen your courses, I want to believe. Today, you have your admission letters, and we now want to carry out the orientation program. The orientation program is the penultimate activity before the classes will resume at different centers. And I know some of you are tuning in from different centers. Those in Omuma, we welcome you. Those tuning in from Clarishan, we welcome you. Those tuning in from Futo, from Nekede, and from all our partner campuses or universities, we welcome all of you to today's program. So we kickstart immediately without wasting time. The orientation program is basically to set the ground rules that will guide our activities in Cohort 2. There are certain things we have introduced which didn't happen in Cohort 1, all aimed at improving our processes and also getting a better result at the end of the Cohort 2 program. So in this program, there are three basic areas of interest, or what I call the three knowledge areas. And those are what we are going to be guiding you on today. One is the processes of assessment and examination. We would like to explain to you, how the examinations will be carried out, how assessments will be conducted, because these are processes that will lead to the graduation of an individual. If you are not doing what were expected of you in terms of attendance, in terms of assessment, in terms of participating in class projects, you are not going to be one of those who will graduate at the end of Cohort 2. So these details, one of my team members here will be taking us through that. The other one is on registration process. We are going to also explain to you how the registration will go. Um, Unlike in cohort one, we now have a software which is the LMS, the learning management system, which we introduce in cohort two to ease the process of registration and to account for each individual that attended class, those who did not attend. If you don't reach a certain threshold of attendance, unfortunately, you are not going to be part of those that will graduate at the end of the program. And the third one is regarding your code of conduct. Um, we are in a sane environment, in a structured environment for every student or learner and anyone who wants to join our community of learners. There are certain conducts that is expected of you. You must be able to conduct yourself very well. You must be able to behave in a manner that is expected of you. And all these conducts or expectations that we have will be railed out in a minute. That is the third aspect of it. Within the context of these three aspects that I've mentioned broadly, there are other things that is also expected of you post graduation. We have some pre-graduation expectations, and also we have post-graduation expectations for all graduates of the Scale Up Emo Cohort 2. So I will be happy to ensure that all of you participate actively, listen attentively, get every bit of the explanations and the detailing that will be done during this orientation program. And if you have questions, please, at the end of each of the three sections, please do ask your questions. We will happily provide answers where necessary. Before I leave, I also know that there are gate crashers, those who have not actually registered or those who have not participated or taken the exams, and those who do not have admission letters, but they are participating because they had access to this link. They are participating in this program. And I know one of the main questions that is boggling their minds is about, we did not come for the exam because of A, B, C, and D, because my link never worked. I wasn't aware. I was sick. I traveled or something. There must be a reason why you did not take the exam. Are there still chances for us? So I want to give you a good news just before I go, because I know these questions borders on management, and I want to answer that before I leave. Well, this program, the orientation program, marks the end of the preparatory process before the startup of Cohort 2 program. And I know that orientation has ended. Sorry, onboarding has ended. We are now doing orientation. Those who did not write exam, those who didn't register on time, those who did not participate in the assessment that we conducted, one way or the other, due to one reason or the other. The good news is, after the orientation program, we will sit down and do some house cleaning. And we will now determine a date for a supplementary exam that will be conducted for such category of people. So that is the good news we want to leave for you. All we want is for you to have interest and be passionate and committed about what the governor is doing for each and every one of us. So once you show these three attributes, definitely we'll try to give you a chance. So don't worry, listen in, be part of this orientation program. If you don't have a paper and a pen, if I were you, I would take one. Though this is being recorded, you can also spare time in future to play and listen in properly. But if you have a paper and pen, I will urge you to utilize it very well. Thank you. And while I call on my team members to proceed with the detailing of each of the three segments I mentioned. Thank you and good morning.
Okay, good morning, everyone. We are happy to have you live. We can see your names on the chat box. We can see Emmanuel, we can see Obi, we can see Stanley, Confidence, Peace, Fresh, Amechi, Ugochukwu. We are happy to have you all on this call. We also like you to mention where you're connected from. We'd like you to do that on the chat box. And if you have any question as this section is going on, you can as well drop it on the chat box. I want to start by saying a very big congratulations to everybody on this call. This is a big win for you in this year 2023, and it's a good one to start the second quarter of the year with this great opportunity of getting the scholarship to be part of the students that have been joined for the Skill Up Imo projects. I want to say kudos to
Kudos to
you.
everyone.
So my name is Duruchide and I'm the project lead, and I'm here with my teammates.
And my name is Priska Amefile, and I'm the project manager, Skill Up Imo.
My name is Ezekiel Nwore. I am the center coordinator in Imo State University.
Okay, so you'll be seeing these faces as the program goes on. You'll be seeing us a lot of times, have interaction with us, bring up your questions. But let me go straight to what we'll be discussing this morning. I'll be talking basically on the course timeline, what is going to take for you to finish each of the courses. So as you all know, when you started the registration, we have three categories. We have the beginners, we have the intermediate, and we have the advanced. And under the beginners, I'm going to take these courses, I'm going to list them in case you've forgotten the one you really entered for. So for the beginners course, we have the LAN networking, we have intro to computer or computer appreciation, we have phone repairs, we have car tracking, and we have CCTV. These five courses made up the beginners course. And for the beginners course is meant to last for 6 weeks. Now, I would also like to share with you that our program is from 6 weeks to 12 weeks. The beginners courses are for 6 weeks. And under these 6 weeks, we have the first week, the second week, the third week, you'll be writing your first tests on the third week. After the first 2 weeks, the third week, you write your tests. You move to fourth week, you move to fifth week. By the sixth week, you're writing your project, you're writing your exams, and at that point, you'll call yourself a graduate of any of the courses I've listed for the beginners course. Now we go over to the intermediate. So on the intermediate course, we have the UI UX, we have the intro to programming, we have video editing, we have graphics and digital marketing. These five courses made up the intermediate courses, and the intermediate course is meant to last for 8 weeks. And within these 8 weeks, the first week, the second week, the third week, by the fourth week, you're writing your first tests, and by the your 88th week, by the 8th week,
Yes.
you're going to write your project and you write your exam at the last week, which is the 8th week. Now we now move down to the final, which is the advanced course. Now for the advanced course is meant to last for 12 weeks. And for these 12 weeks, we have under the advanced course, we have data analysis, front-end development, back-end development, cyber security, mobile app development, and project management. These courses are for the advanced students and is meant to last for 12 weeks. So you have um, the first 4 weeks for your lecture. The fifth week is for your exam, is for your test rather, and the last week, which is the 12th week, is for your exam. So I want you to know that for all these courses, you will need to write tests, you will need to write a project, and you need to write exam. So I know there are some friends over there that you heard about the Skill Up Imo and you get excited, and maybe you've heard that yes, there's a laptop to share, there's a digital device to share, there is kids to share, yes, it's fine. But before you get those things, you must pass your tests, you must pass your exam. So when you start your program, make sure you take note of this for all these activities. We'll publish the timetable, we'll publish the course timeline, and you'll have all of them handy. So we'll be taking your questions. If you have questions on any question, you can just drop it on the chat box while I hand over to my colleague to take it up from there. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. We have some questions already, so I'm going to be reading them out. And if it borders on what you just discussed, I think you should throw more light on it before we proceed to the next stage. So, Nnaka Chinyere Assumpta said, Sir, please extend the onboarding process. That's the question.
Okay. Oh, that is a request, right?
That's a request. So I think we would have to reply that on our channels if the data extended or not. Agwala Chichi said, will class be every day in the week? No, classes will not be every day in a week. So classes will run 3 times. Every class is running 3 times in a week, morning or afternoon class.
And 2 hours per session.
And 2 hours per session per class, 2 hours per class. Anastasia Naji said, how many weeks is the program, please? I believe we've answered that. Beginners class is 6 weeks program. Intermediate class is an 8-week program. And the advanced level is a 12 weeks program. Felicita Ijama said, please, your voice is low. Okay, we'll try to make it louder. Anako Chizitere said, what about those on YouTube? Okay, nothing is happening there. Our YouTube channel is currently on. It's not on Skill Up Imo. The YouTube is being streamed from the commissioner's page. Dr. Chimeze Amadi, that's the YouTube channel name that you can use and log in via our YouTube. Okay, so that's the question we are taking for the meantime.
Okay, so somebody is asking, please, I've not. Let me take that question.
I say, please,
Yes,
I
please,
haven't gotten my admission letter. I
wrote
wrote
the
the exam.
Oh, so sorry for that. So what might have happened is maybe when you wrote the exam, you didn't enter your email
Right
address
email.
correctly. So, but what you need to do is, I think you need to go to.
You need to go to any of your centers.
Yes.
Any of your centers actually, or even the ministry, you can come here and we can rectify that issue for you. As long as you can show evidence that you've written the exam and you have your score, that's not a problem. We can take it from here. Okay, so I'll move over to my colleague here to discuss about the assessment, what and what is required for you to actually scale through the program to become a graduate of Skill Up Imo.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. My name is Ezekiel Nwore. I'm the Center Coordinator in Imo State University. I welcome all of you and all the viewers around the world. You pay attention to what we are saying. I stand on the protocol already established by the 2 speakers, and I say huge congratulations to all of you for making it through to this stage. This is the last lap of the admission process. Like I always say to some of you that know me, Skill Up Imo is for everybody. But the benefit of Skill Up Imo is not for everybody. Why did I say so? Skill Up Imo is for only those who are very serious. If you are not serious, this project is not for you. I don't mean to scare anyone, but there are some criteria you need to meet before you are able to be admitted or for you to successfully graduate and benefit from what the program is all about. So I will be speaking specifically on attendance and some other requirements. So given that this process is a fully digitalized process with full of transparency, unlike what we had, I'm not saying that the first cohort wasn't transparent. It was very well transparent. But we learn to improve every day. We've designed a platform, which is learning management system, which helps us to improve learning and track learners' progress. That platform is equipped with attendance. Attendance is one of the sine qua non you must meet up with before you're able to graduate. We have a threshold for attendance. And that threshold is you must meet 80% attendance before you are enlisted to graduate for this cohort 2. 80% attendance. Like my colleagues say, you must write tests. It's not optional. Because I could see so many people calling us that we missed onboarding while we published or made the publications about onboarding several times. So the same thing, nobody is accredited on PROCES. For you to graduate, you must come to classes. Like they said, classes we run, there are some courses that may run 2 times a week. There are some classes that may run 3 times a week, depending on the center. So for us, you must meet 80% attendance, which is the basics for we to list you. And that is one. Even if you meet 80% attendance and you not write your exams and assignments, still, we will not consider you for graduation, which means all the areas you need to meet must be met accurately before you be considered for graduation. Like we said, please, you do not call anybody. I will not be in class today. Please help me and take my attendance. This is a transparent process, which we will never do that. So, but good news is that we have a session in the platform where you will know, if you are not able to attend classes, maybe you're traveling or something, you can apply for a leave. And when we grant you the leave, then we'll be able to note that this social candidate has gone on leave at this period, and we'll be able to take note of that. I'm sure I'm very loud enough for us to hear me. So another thing we need to talk about is that exams and the class assessments that will be given to us, like the first speaker said, for those who are in intermediate, in basic courses, after your first 3 weeks, I'm right? After your first 3 weeks, you'll be going through your first test or assessment. And our platform has a provision for us to monitor those who have been able to take that. You have a unique ID. In that your unique ID, no one will be able to sit for you in that exam. No impersonation is allowed of any kind because of the unique ID we have. You'll be able to log in the platform. We create a login details for you, and you'll be able to log in the platform and then to assess your progress at every time. We encourage and advise every student, as soon as the training starts, whenever you come to class, ensure that your attendance has been taken. Check before you go. On the dashboard, you'll be able to view your progress, your attendance each day. When it is taken, whether it is taken or it's not taken, you'll be able to see that. So before you leave, make sure you check it. Like we always tell people, this program is for those who are online, who have access to internet. Even if you don't have access to internet, try to have access to Facebook, to WhatsApp. If you're not online, you will not be able to know what we are doing, because every information is passed through different channels, Facebook, WhatsApp, mostly. So you should try to be in one of the WhatsApp groups so that you get updates as they are rolled out every day. So it is a requirement for you to participate successfully and effectively on this particular Cohort 2 project. You have to be online. You have to be able to have data every day, so you get every update. And when you're online, you'll be able to monitor your progress. Not when the list for graduation comes out, you begin to complain that I've been coming to classes and they have not been marking my attendance. That's why it's very, very critical you get an Android phone or any form of smartphone that will be able to enable you check your attendance and your progress as this course continues. So another thing I would want you to know is this. During the course of your training, in every center you enrolled in, be it at the main center, IMSU, Avan, Nekede Poly, Futo, Omuma, be it Clarisha University and other centers. The process is the same. Whatever is happening in this center is what is happening in the other center. So you don't have to bother yourself so much. And like we encouraged people, you choose a center based on the proximity, because you are fully responsible for the transportation fare to attend classes. So that's why we encourage people. So don't think that what is going on, the main center is the best, or the other one is the best. Whatever is happening in center A is as well happening in center B. Whatever is applicable in center A is as well applicable in center B, or less in terms of timetable. But the process is so well structured that whatever activity going on in this center will also be going on. So our test is taken at the same day, at the same hour, across all centers. So there is no reason why Center A will be having exams and then Center B, we say their own will be tomorrow. No, every exams will be taken simultaneously across all centers. So this is to help us know those who are impersonating who, because we know for sure that this process, like I said in the beginning, is for everybody, but not everybody will be able to benefit from it, except those who are very serious. I will now hand over the microphone to my colleague, who is going to take you on the code of conduct for this program. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Ezekiel, you did amazingly well. Okay, so before I proceed to the next stage, we are going to take more questions, and I'll let Mr. Chidi do that.
Okay, so while the other sections was going on, some questions were just coming into the dashboard. So number one, someone is asking, I registered, but I'm not on the WhatsApp group. So you don't need to bother yourself if you're not on the WhatsApp group. What you need to do is to follow us on our Facebook, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter. Skill Up Imo is our name across all these platforms. So when you follow us there, you'll still get the information you will get from the WhatsApp group. Other persons are asking, are the exams going to be physical or virtual? Exams and classes are physical. You come to class, you go to the venue where you register, and you take your classes and also exam. Now, some centers run 3 classes in a day, morning, afternoon, and evening, while other centers are running just one section. You don't need to attend the morning section, the afternoon section, and the evening section. You just need to attend one section a day for 2 hours and for 3 times in a week. Now, somebody is asking, can I change from beginners to intermediate? No, please. You can't change from beginners to intermediate. If you register for a beginner's course and you're onboarded for a beginner's course, you will stay on that course till you finish. Somebody else is asking, how many centers do we have? Some people from Umagwo, they are concerned about transportation. So we have centers, we have the ministry, which is 28 Able Road, formerly known as ICAPS. We have center in Imsu, we have center in Futo, Alvan, Puli Nekede, Ke Umbadiwe, Amibo, Omuma, and Claration. So all these centers, we also have centers coordinator. If you go to our Facebook page, you will see the contact number of the centers coordinator. You also see the address of our training venue in those places, so you can contact them and have this conversation with them. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. I still have more questions coming in, so I'm going to take some of them. Divine Ikejuku said, can we take lectures online? No, our lectures are physical at the different centers. Visionesk Uduma asked, can someone attend 2 classes of his choice? No. This is limited. I mean, we have a limited admission, and if you take in another class or take 2 classes, you have literally taken another slot that belongs to someone. So let's not take away the opportunity for someone else to learn. So please, you are only allowed to take 1 class at a time. Now, because this thing I just mentioned, I'm going to also emphasize on it when I talk about the code of conduct. Anyone that is actually caught doing 2 classes and going against our rules, we actually stand disqualification. So please, let's have that in mind. Someone said, I wrote my exam, but I submitted a wrong email. I have been onboarded, but not in my admission letter. Okay, so if you have issues like that, I think you should visit your different centers and also wait. We will be publishing new announcements concerning the next steps for issues like this. Someone is saying Alvan Center is not holding. That's not true. There is Alvan Center will continue to hold. Then someone said, Franklin Adimekwe said, I'm not from Imo State, but I base in Imo State. Hope I can learn. Yes, you can learn. I was asked to upgrade to graphic design in my admission letter because I scored above 50, but I want to start from beginners class. Can I still do that? Well, so let me answer this question. When we set the exam, the people in introduction to computer, I mean, if you scored up to 51 and above, that means you actually know this computer, right? So we decided to readmit you to other classes, like three classes. That was graphics, video and photo editing, and introduction to programming. So that's how we handled the issue for those people who had scored 51 and above. um Please, I registered for UI UX, but I want to switch to graphic design. Is it possible? No, there is no, we can't switch classes anymore now because we have gone past that stage where people can actually choose classes. As long as you have done your class onboarding, you have registered that I want to study this class. Now, there was a first set where people registered before the exam, right? Now, after that exam, and you came again, you did the same mistake, then you came again, we gave you another opportunity during the class registration to change your course of study. And you still said, I want to do it. Now you want to change it. It's not possible. I believe at least with two opportunities, you should have been able to know exactly the course you want to study. Someone is still asking how many times a week. Is 3 times a week. I've not gotten my admission letter. If you have written the exam, please go to any center and show proof that you have received, you have written the exam. I think that's the question we'll have to take for now. Then I have to continue with the code of conduct. After that, we'll take more questions. And if you still have more questions you think we've not answered, please do well to drop it on the comment section. Okay, so I go on with the code of conduct. I have to throw more light on what the previous speaker had said earlier concerning the attendance, the 80%. Now, most importantly, we also have to know that there is a code of conduct that is going to guide every one of us in Skill Up Imo. We are expected to conduct ourselves respectively and in courteous manner towards our facilitators, the staff, and your fellow students. You must avoid any behavior that may disrupt the learning environment or infringe upon human rights. Secondly, the dress code. Students must follow the dress code guidelines set by our administration. Our dress code guideline is basically to dress decently. I mean, if we are going to empower you with digital skills, beyond that, there is also a course that teaches you about ethics, about how to behave properly, because we are preparing the skill set and also the right behavior for the next generation of digital administration. Then we have the academic performance. You are expected to strive for academic excellence and maintain a good academic record to qualify for graduation. They've already mentioned that. Your test is graded over 30 and your exam is actually graded over 70. Then the use of technology. Students must use technology responsibly and in accordance with our policy. Now, we have a policy that centers where the computers have been provided. We do not allow you to actually use Flash because the previous cohort, we discovered that a lot of people were actually misusing that and using the system that was meant for everybody for themselves alone. Then we don't allow you to steal our equipment, to steal our accessories, to steal our mouse, our laptops, our keypads, our keyboards. No, if you are caught doing such acts, you will be disqualified from the program. There is no stealing that is allowed. It is that stands that gives you a ground for disqualification. Now, the next is the WhatsApp groups. Our main communication channels for different classes will be via WhatsApp. So let me say this again. While we have our communication channels on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and even the commissioner's pages, that's YouTube, Facebook of the commissioner also. But when you start learning during your class registration and you have started your class, usually every class has a class rep and a class rep assistant. And those class reps are assigned the task of creating a WhatsApp group for managing their own student. Of course, the admin is also the facilitators are there, and also the coordinators are also part of that WhatsApp group. Now, in those WhatsApp group, it becomes your main channel of communication, and students are mandated to join those classroom WhatsApp groups. Most importantly, as soon as they start learning, then in those groups, you're expected to conduct yourselves properly and not post spam messages or insulting or offensive things to the channel. The use of social media, students are required to use the social media as a tool to promote the activities they are undertaking. So this is what we think. You are learning Skill Up Emo, you are learning from Skill Up Emo, and you are going to be learning different courses. Now, we understand the importance of authenticity, we understand the importance of authority. Now, we believe that each student who share their story of what they are learning lends credence to what we are doing. It simply is telling every other person that, oh, what you're doing is making sense. And that keeps you, when you share your story online, when you share your learning journey in the digital space, when you share your learning journey online, I mean, you don't appear from anywhere and tell people, I'm a certified digital marketer. How? How did it happen? We didn't see you do that. But when you're able to share your success stories and the learning process, people want to see what you're learning. People want to know what you're learning. And when you're able to do that, it lends credence to whatever you're doing. At the end of the day, it's easy for you to come and say, you know what, I'm a certified digital marketer. I'm a certified data analytics by the Skill Up Emo. So yes, we are encouraging each and every one of you to be able to share your journey online. And of course, we have hashtags you can use to create more impact online. And why do we use these hashtags? We are building a community of Skill Up Emo graduates. So by the time you graduate, you can also see other people who have studied in Skill Up Emo, and that gives room for collaboration. Next, we have safety and security. Students must follow safety and security protocols set by the school administration. They must report any safety or security concerns to school authorities immediately. The next is the extracurricular activities. Now, part of the things we also do here to encourage learning at Skill Up Emo is not just about the classroom learning. We also created opportunities for us to be able to try our hands on most of the things we are learning. For example, if you're going to be learning digital marketing and you're going to be talking of content creation or you're learning video and photo editing, you're not just going to do the classroom. Our teaching here is not a classroom, not just about classroom teaching. We also have the physical teaching where you're going to experience it. So we know that the best form of learning is actually when you put it in practice. So we have extracurricular activities that enable students to practice what they're learning. So students are encouraged to participate in those extracurricular activities. Health and wellness is the next topic here. We prioritize students' physical and mental health. Students with any particular health challenge should report to their different coordinators so that we can give preference to them. Respect for diversity. Students must respect diversity and cultural differences and avoid any behavior that may be discriminatory or hurtful to other students. And students must also respect the special students. Now, beyond what we're doing, we also have classes for the special needs students, and we are encouraging a collaboration. We are encouraging an understanding of between all students. There should be no discrimination of any sort. Now, we also encourage the collaboration with facilitators, admin, and the government. Students are encouraged to collaborate with the facilities, the center admin, and of course, the Honorable Commissioner, not leaving out His Excellency Senator Hope Uzodinma. Our doors are always open to hear your concerns and challenges. Now, when it comes to complaints, in case students have issues, challenges, we have a communication channel. We have the standard that we use in managing communication. So this is how it works. By the time you start learning, and for any reason at the various centers, you have any issue to report, the first person you report to is your facilitator, because that's the first direct contact that you'll be having every other day. Now, you report to your facilitator. the facilitator can take it to the center coordinator. And for some reason, if you think that the response you're looking for had not been sorted or you've not gotten the appropriate answer, the next stage you have to take it up to is the center coordinator. Now, when you take it to the center coordinator, at that level, if it's not within his power, he can take it down to the program coordinator, who takes it to the honorable commissioner. We are doing this so that we can eliminate as much as possible the time frame of response. We want to have a quick response time to all your challenges. So please, you take it to your facilitator, then your center coordinator, the program coordinator, before it gets to the honorable commissioner. Now, the last on today's list is the alumni program. Before the commissioner left, he took time to explain that we have pre-expectation and post-expectation of this program. Now, the goal of what we're doing is that we are trying to empower the people of Imo State to be digitally skilled up. I mean, to be able to have the skills of today's 21st century. So, the implication of that is that we are building a tribe of tech-savvy citizens. But we need to also collaborate together. We need to also have a community. We need to have a place where we can converge. We don't want a situation whereby after training, you just go away. We want a situation after training. We know that there'll be a need for finishing schools. We also know there'll be a need for you to have constant mentoring, because it's not just the skill that matters. Wealth is actually built in community. So we have the alumni program that we encourage every graduate of Skill Up Imo to register in the alumni program of the Skill Up Imo. So in that program is a path, is a place where the commissioner can constantly reach out to you, the governor can constantly reach out to you. And if we have opportunities, like job opportunities, like they always come, right? It's a place for us to pull out people, graduates, who we know that we have been able to train them in this skill, to refer them to jobs. But if you're not in these channels, if you're not in the alumni community, you won't have those opportunities. Beyond that is also a place of mentoring. We are going to be doing much mentoring in cohort 2 to be able to help the people who have been able to skill up to have the adequate mentors, the adequate knowledge, and the adequate information they can use to scale whatever they're doing, be it getting a new job or even starting a business. So on that note, I'm going to look at the comment sections again to see if we have more questions, and we are going to keep taking the questions for some minutes.
Okay, so I have some questions here. Somebody is asking, when will the physical classes start? So just keep your eye on our platform, our social media platform. We'll announce the date for the class, and some other person is asking for timetable. So once we announce the date for the class, you also see the timetable for all the courses. Someone is asking, is the certificate accepted for employment? Yes, the certificate is accepted for employment. And we also have other partners. I'm supposed to share that. Yes, we have some partners, big brands like Cisco, like Zynos, big brands, Hawaii, and the rest of them that we are partnering with. So the certifications you are getting is really going to help you for employment. But I also want to remind you that it's not just the certification. Before you get the certification, you must put your hand to work. You must do the course, you must take the test, you must pass the exam. You must, I'm using must for all these things. So don't just assume that because I registered, because I am boarded, by the end of the program, I'll just come and take my certificate. No, you must participate in the classes. And the attendance is 80%. You must get 80% attendance. You must pass your test. You must pass your exam. So people from Umagu are still asking, yes, we have a center there. We have a center for Umagu. So you need to go to your school and meet your ICT director. He will put you he will give you more information about how you're going to run your program there at Umago. So we have centers across all these places. So somebody asked, if you write exam on 2 courses, so some people, you wrote exam on 2 courses. So if you wrote exam on 2 courses, I'm sorry for you. You will come back for cohort 3 because you're automatically disqualified. You're not supposed to do that at the first place. What you're doing, you're taking your own opportunity and also taking the opportunity that belongs to someone else. So you're automatically disqualified. So I'm sorry, but that is a bitter truth. So
Okay, I have confidence Ijoma here. She said, as a nursing mom, hope I'm allowed to carry my baby along to classes. Yes. You're allowed to carry your baby along to, you can come with your baby. We had a lot of nursing mothers in Cohort 1, and we are so happy that they were beneficiaries of this program and they also graduated. Yes, you can come with your baby.
somebody said if you score below 50% and you register for graphic design, sorry, you won't get admission because you scored below the cutoff for that course.
Yes. Would there be any possibility of internship after training? Yes. So it's not for everyone. We know that we have limited partners who have limited number of people who they want them to intern with. So but opportunities do come. That's why we are always saying the alumni program is a good place for you to start with. I mean, when these opportunities come, we will broadcast and you will have to also apply to be interns with our partners.
So somebody's talking about content. Okay, you want to take a question?
Not just the content.
Okay, somebody talked about content development. Content development is under intermediate and not advanced. It's under intermediate and not advanced.
And it's also inside digital marketing. We don't have a different course called content development. It's a merger. We merged it with digital marketing. In digital marketing, a part of the training, we also cover content development.
Okay, before we round up, I want to make this appeal and an advice. So, for some of us who are driven by laptop or devices or gadgets, you will get. I want to make this clear to us. If that is your intention, you may be wrong. We encourage people to get skills. There are different levels of empowerment in the society right now. And the illiterate of today is not he who doesn't know how to read or write, but he who does not know how to use the digital tools. So there is no sector in the world that does not require ICT skill. So when you come to Skill Up Imo, your primary focus should be the new skill you want to acquire. So even if there is any gift given to you at the end, it will be another advantage because you are better than the way you came through the program. So disabuse your mind if you're the type that's asking which course gives laptop, which course gives food, or which course gives this or that. Be the best in each of the course you enroll in. Remember, when our partners come around asking us to supply candidates to them for internship or for employment, we're always going to look for the best. So try to be among the best so that when they ask us for someone we can trust, we can pick you as one of those we can trust. But if your focus is just to come to class, make sure you get attendance 80%, but by yourself, you know definitely that you have gained nothing from the program. Who is losing? It is you. It's not the facilitators. Neither is it the coordinator. It is you. Because there is no change that has happened in your life. But when you allow yourself, immerse yourself deeply into this program, grab whatever you can grab, get the skill, then the sky becomes your stepping stone. There is no other place you can get it as cheap, quality as you can get it at Scale Up. I encourage you, please focus more on the skills you want to learn rather than the kits you want to get. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Some people are still asking questions. Please, are there any centers in World Bank? Well, no World Bank, but we have Alvan, we have IMSU, and we have the ministry, which is at Ebu Road. Someone is asking if you did car tracking, would they give you a car?
Santi Beauty Pro, right?
He keeps saying it. Please, for car tracking today, will you give us a car after training? Oh my God.
She knows the answer.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So that's okay. Some people are asking, how do you join the alumni community? Now, if you're here and you're part of Skill Up Cohort 1, there's a link being shared in your classrooms in the WhatsApp group of your class. So please, 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 we shared that link again yesterday night and this morning. So please sign up with those links if you are in the class, in the class WhatsApp group, rather. I say, can one go for a higher program after finishing one program? Well, yes, we can, but we always give preference to the people who had not done it yet. Only after that we can now allow the people who had maybe a skill up 1 or skill up 2. So preference is given to new onboarders than the old. After that, then we can onboard the people from the old.
I joined late. What's the response program?
Okay. The questions are coming too fast. I'm trying to get the ones I can get.
If you join late, you don't need to bother yourself. This event, this session is recorded. You can always go back to our YouTube channel and our Facebook page to watch the video again.
Okay. Thank you very much. We'll take time to see if we can answer the questions in the comment section after this live. For now, I think that will be all from all of us today. So, thank you everyone for the opportunity to speak to you. Thank you and congratulations again for being part of the Skill Up Emo Cohort 2. Thank you.
Uh,
Bye.
Bye. I think it